Let's take it to Florida, where in just a few weeks, the so-called suitcase murder trial gets underway. If you don't know what we're talking about, Sarah Boone is facing second-degree murder charges. Investigators say she stuffed her boyfriend, Jorge Torres Jr., into a suitcase during a game of hide-and-seek back in 2020. She even recorded his pleas for help on video as he died inside.
Sarah.
You.
Sarah.
Stupid.
Sarah.
That's my name. Don't wear it up.
Sarah. I can't breathe, babe. Seriously.
Yeah, that's when you do when you choke me.
Wow, that is just horrifying. Let's bring in criminal defense attorney and founder and senior partner of Nejame Law, Mark Nejame. Sir, thank you for joining us.
Good morning.
So as a criminal defense attorney there in Florida, what is your reaction when you see that video of Sarah Boone basically ignoring her boyfriend's pleas for help?
Yeah, it's horrific, of course. And the defense attorney has a tough road in front of him or her. But there are some defenses to this, and the reality of it is that they may be seeking a lesser charge. She's been charged with second-degree murder, and there is really a chance that they could be going for a manslaughter charge, which would have far lesser penalties.
Well, she's claiming that he abused her, and we do have records that show that they have both been charged with battery on each other in the past. But is the battered partner defense here, is that a possibility?
It is a possibility. It's a tough road for them to go through, though. Florida does recognize battered woman syndrome, or battered spouse syndrome, I should say. It's typically the woman who's who's the victim in these matters. And but you have to really show that it's perpetual, that it's ongoing, that it's escalating. And so, as I understand it, there's been a back and forth. Each have filed restraining orders against the other. So it's going to be a tough road to go, and they're going to need experts to come in to show her psychological position and that she really felt like killing was her only way out. And not just for revenge, but it was really her only path to safety. And that's questionable in this case from the limited amount that we see right now.
And as you said, that video is damning evidence. It is horrific evidence. She also said in her initial statement to police that she was drinking wine and that she went upstairs and fell asleep and she forgot about him. But she's there basically watching him die, is the way the video plays. And again, we don't have all the context. We just have that video. Is that kind of open and shut when it comes to a prosecutor?
No, nothing's ever open and shut in criminal cases. Remember, the burden is a great one, beyond a reasonable doubt. But I will say that involuntary intoxication is not a defense for any crime in Florida. So for her to claim that she was drunk and therefore she passed out, it's not a defense. It's going to be whether she was second-degree murder, whether she basically evinced a depraved mind, and some of her comments back to him as he's gasping and pleading for help to open up that suitcase would be second-degree murder. The better case for them to be arguing in great likelihood will be involuntary manslaughter. And that would simply suggest that she had some sort of heat of the moment or her negligence. She did fall asleep, and therefore she didn't intend to kill him. She intended to bother him or teach him a lesson, and then she crashed. That would arguably go to involuntary manslaughter with no intent but negligence, and that would be a far lesser penalty. That's capped at 15 years. Manslaughter could be life. So
second degree is 15 years and manslaughter?
No. Manslaughter is 15-year cap. Second degree murder could be up to life. And each of them have pretty much of a minimum, whereas you're looking at about 17 years minimum on a second degree murder if the judge showed much mercy, and about 9.5 years on a manslaughter. So the penalties are far less, and that might be the way to go. You go for an attempt to get an acquittal, by realizing you're giving the jury an option if you're a defense lawyer, so that they could come in for something less if they didn't want to go all the way and suggest that she had a depraved mind here.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.